Hey folks, welcome back to another fabulous edition of Theater Talk at 3 o'clock. I'm Senora Scott. I got my beautiful co-host with me, Ashtin Wade, and you know him, you love him. It's Yuki and Michelle. How are y'all?
Doing great. It's a late response. It's been a long weekend, and it's, we're getting ready for all the upcoming events.
I know, yeah, as always, you'll have a ton of stuff going. So we're focusing on October, though, right? Is that the next?
We are, because we want to get people excited, because October is so full of events.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at the calendar, and there's something to do every week, every weekend.
Yeah.
So I hope your calendars are free right now.
Yeah, because you're going to fill it up pretty quickly. So let's just kind of go down the list and start at the beginning. So Jason Petty.
Yes, so Jason Petty, we had to postpone him from last year.
Uh-huh.
He and Gail Bliss are an amazing country music duo, and they'll be doing all the classics from Hank Williams and Patsy Cline, and they're coming straight out of Nashville, so the music will be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he's been here before, a huge success, and I know San Angelo is a country music town, so I hope to see y'all out there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a packed house.
Hopefully.
Because yeah, well, okay, so let's talk about that. How important is advance ticket sales, for people to go ahead and get those tickets right now?
I think it's really important because you get the seats you want.
Right.
We've been really focused on membership, selling seats to members, and now all the shows are open on the website. So if you're out there, you see a show coming up, reserve your ticket now, because then we can always help you find the right ticket and you secure your spot.
Yeah.
Right, I have another way too. We sent this out in the mail, so
Okay.
be looking in your mail for this, and it has our full calendar. So that's a great way to just sit down with your marker and call Caesar and tell him the tickets that you want and get it scheduled in advance for the year.
Poor Caesar, he's going to be like, answer the phone all the
you
time.
can also, SanAngeloPAC.org. So
Yeah.
that's fine. Either way.
Well, that is awesome. Okay, so that's just one of the many performances like you just showed us.
Yes.
But the next one coming up in October, so that one was October 9th.
Yes, Sunday afternoon. So
It's Sunday afternoon.
It's a Sunday.
Okay, good country music on a Sunday afternoon.
Bring your parents.
Yeah.
They would love that. Come bring your kids and your parents to this.
Yeah.
They would love
Oh, yeah.
it. It's their era. So.
It's everyone's era, right? It's everyone's.
It is.
It's
Classics.
true.
It's
It
just-
is. It
Yeah.
I know people in San Angelo always looking for things to do with their family, and this is
Right.
a great way to do that.
Right. Okay, so October 9th, mark your calendars. The next one, this sounds interesting. This whole group, their story and everything. So the Dallas Black Dance Group. So let's talk about them.
Yeah, so they were formed in 1976, so they're as old as I am. And the longest continuous running.
What's so like 15?
I wish. I feel like mentally I'm 27.
There you go. That's a good age, right? 27?
It is. But they're the longest running dance group
History.
in Dallas, so the Dallas Metroplex. So they're world-class, internationally known dance group, and we're really fortunate to have them coming down here. They will be kind of kicking off the Sharing Dance Week that Ballet San Angelo is going to have immediately following. So this is a Friday night. They'll have a Friday night performance at the Murphy Performance Hall, and then that Saturday we'll have 4 master classes for ballerinas and dancers, and there's even a class for adults who aspire to gain some more instruction in movement.
Okay.
Which would be pretty cool.
I'm picturing that class in my head right now if I were to do it. I don't know how that would turn out.
Well,
Are you going to be there? Are you going to do it?
I have to be at all the things anyway, so.
Well, Sonora, thankfully, not everything we do is on camera like you.
Oh,
We won't be filming it, so come and just enjoy yourself.
Okay, yeah, promise no cameras, and then maybe that'll happen.
But it's going to be a greght thing because we've got tickets priced to reach the widest audience, and there'll be discounts for students, seniors, first uniformed personnel, and our goal is to get as many people into the event as possible, because I think it'll be, another great family opportunity to see, international world-class performances in San Angelo.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and we talk about this all the time, but we got to talk about it again. What you just said, they're coming to San Angelo, all these great performances, all these great shows. So, I mean, you don't even have to drive. You don't have to get a motel room. It's here in our backyard.
It is. Yeah. I mean, we're trying our best because we see ourselves as the main driver for expanding the cultural arts in San Angelo, along with all the other performing arts nonprofits that we are blessed with here in this great city.
Yeah.
And for a kid, the pieces to the puzzle, well, not just kids, but when you're trying to decide where you're going to go in life, what you're going to do, you're the sum total of all those experiences. And so it's so great to think about, wow, that was really exciting. Maybe I want to go in that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to learn more about this culture or this place, or maybe I'll pursue dance in Dallas. I mean, you just don't know. So when we're busy feeding our children, they're soaking it up and they want to learn about this is our opportunity to bring different ideas, cultures, everything to San Angelo and have it be drivable and affordable to your family without leaving the earth.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to buy a plane ticket or drive. All those gas prices. I mean, nobody wants to drive anywhere right now.
I think what's not said enough is the quality of the programs that we are bringing in. I know for us, after we talk about it, we're like, we can't believe that just happened. That was really incredible, specific, and some of the things we weren't even expecting it.
Yeah.
So it's so great to kind of underpromise and overdeliver and that. So that's just my thinking.
No, I love it. And I'm glad you brought that up, because for those who don't understand, this is literally Broadway coming to San Angelo. It's y'all just transport it here.
Yes.
I mean, and so people's reactions, you talked about y'all's reactions just now, but what do you see from the people who are attending? Maybe it's their first show, maybe it's their 12th show to attend.
I think, so like we had Lori Morgan not too long ago, and that was an amazing performance. And I think
Really
just talking to the people as they left, they were thrilled, they were excited, and it was just an overall superb experience for everybody. And that's what we achieve. You aim to achieve. Even with like Steve-O when he came at the beginning of August, it was a great performance, and he was a great performer. He met like 80 people waiting in line after the show who had VIP passes, and shook hands and spoke with every one of them. And he even spoke to kids who were waiting outside, signed some skateboards. So it's like, when you come to a live performance, you see just the amazing interactions that people have. And I think people gain an appreciation of just how hard it is to be a performer.
Yeah.
And, just put out 110% every performance. Because it's demanding.
It
and
is.
I don't think a lot of us see that.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you're drained at the end of it. You're just like, oh, but it's a good dream.
It is. And I think a lot of people leave with a high from it. It's like, wow, that was an awesome experience. I was there with other people who are excited. There's a standing ovation, and it's a memory that you take with you wherever you go. I mean, you can sit at home and watch a streaming show, but it doesn't have the same impact that it has in person.
And the energy is really starting to return to the theater, which is awesome, because I'm seeing now, if I go out and grab something, I'm seeing a lot of people before the show grabbing dinner and then heading to the theater, which is so nice, or afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity in our town to go and support the arts, support local downtown restaurants, and pair the two. It's just a fun night out, and so we can't overlook that.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, okay, another group we can't overlook, Roy and Buddy.
Yeah, so this is an amazing performance. So I know I talk a lot about science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics on this show, and when I talk to folks out in the community, this will be a holographic show. So you'll see Roy Orbison and Buddy Holly on stage, recreated through holograms. So it's unlike a lot of tributes where it's like you've got people who look like them.
Yeah.
This is them on stage with a full orchestra band and accompany. So it's going to be an amazing show. If you want to just experience where the performing arts are headed, don't miss this one.
Yeah, and especially, so Michelle, bringing back to what you were saying, all the experiences that kids can get. This is a great one. If they're interested in STEAM, this is it.
And it's honestly my favorite part, is seeing the awe on kids' faces, because they're transported. It's just a time when you can escape your regular life. It's better than a movie because you're collecting everyone's energy. It's great. I love that part of it. But yes, we do have some great family opportunities this year.
Yeah.
Many.
Yeah. There's really something for everyone, I feel. And I mean, we talk about this again, but a lot of planning and work goes into like the back end, everything that y'all do when it comes to scheduling and picking what shows and working with them. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, and if people want to see it in action, they can always be a freelancer.
Yeah.
We always, like the Roy and Buddy show, will have load in and load out. Same with like Travis Tritt coming up this weekend. There'll be a
Yeah.
load in, load out, and it's a great way for people to see and experience, what goes into putting on a show, whether it's a musical performance or a dance performance or even a theatrical performance. There are different levels, and
Yeah.
it's a great way to kind of determine if that's something you'd be interested in, because there's a huge need, not just in West Texas, but across the country for sound, light engineers, people who can be stage-hands, manage a stage, and just work with performing artists. So it's a great, for young people out there, come on by and check things out.
Exactly. So yeah, we got to talk about other ways that people can get involved, because you mentioned freelancing, but y'all never turn down volunteer.
No, and I always tell people that volunteering is the best kept secret to see a show for free. I know the economy is hard sometimes,
Yeah.
and if you have a family of 5 or 6, it can be a huge expense to go to the theater, right? But volunteering is a great way to see a show for free. Working freelance to get paid to see the show. There's just many ways to get involved and support the performing arts.
Yeah, and like you were talking about, again, those family experiences, they can volunteer together.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But,
And, honestly, they can get hours towards, I know for National Honor Society, all 3 of my boys have had to do hours for that. So if they come and volunteer, that's one more thing they can put down on their, roster that they've collected hours. So
Yeah. And
It's
then
such a great opportunity for them.
it is.
and we also track hours towards the Presidential Volunteer Service Medal. So that's a long-running program that's been around for quite some time, and we signed up to be part of that program so that we can recognize our volunteers when they accumulate, enough hours to do something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They have like different level awards to get. So volunteer.
So-
not just with us, but anybody out there.
Yeah. I mean, you're having fun, but you're making yourself look good, right? So. Exactly, a win-win. Well, that is awesome, guys. Okay, so we got to talk about some other stuff coming up, because now we're shifting a little bit back to end of September, 1st of October, the Revolution Film Festival.
No, before that,
What?
folks, I want to talk about this weekend
Oh.
when Sonora's going to be on stage at the Railway Museum.
That's yeah. I was like, what am I doing? But yes, I did sign up for that.
So you'll
yes.
see her acting on stage.
Yes.
An original play written by Dr. Linda
But
Bond.
yeah, Dr. Bond is phenomenal. We actually have dress rehearsal in the next couple days, so I'm
Lucky.
excited. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun.
You're lucky you don't have Tech Week.
Oh yeah, no, I stay away from the STEAM people. You can go over there. I'm gonna come over here because I don't do that. I would mess something up. Yeah.
But that's this weekend too. So
Yeah.
this weekend itself has a ton of things to do. Just going to show that it's Travis
Yeah.
Tritt on Friday. The Dream of Steam actually starts on Thursday through Sunday, right?
Mhm.
And then the Cowboy Gathering is this weekend as well.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of things to do in San Angelo.
Yeah, I know. We're big on this show. If you say there's nothing to do in San Angelo, no.
Oh, yeah. We have answers.
Yes, we have the answers, folks. We have the answers.
If you want to know what's going on, just call 325-284-3825. Somebody will pick up and let you know what's going on in San Angelo.
Yeah.
Or go to our website and see what's happening at SAPAC.
Yeah.
Not just at SAPAC. Our staff really is in the know of what's going
Yeah.
on. We want to remain, keeping people busy in the arts any way we can.
But then you're right. At the end of the month, we've got the Revolution Film Festival.
Yes.
And that's sponsored by the Destination Marketing Organization. And we'll kick it off with another one of our Innovators Center Stage speaker series in the morning. So if you want to hear James Christopher, who is the promoter of the event,
Yeah.
who established the Austin Revolution Film Festival, it's a great way for all the cinematography film buffs out there,
Yeah.
or cinemaphiles, I think is the correct term, to learn about how to get involved in independent filmmaking. That's a great event. It'll kick off at 8 at the Brooks and Bates. Then we have a great lineup of shows. They'll be in the Murphy Performance Hall and in the Brooks and Bates Theater. We'll have like screens set up.
Yeah.
Tickets are like $15. So
Yeah,
get
that
your
is
tickets.
not bad because, I mean, you're seeing so many films, so many different genres. I mean, the schedule just came out, the list of films, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think it's something that San Angelo needs as a film-friendly city in
Right,
Texas.
right.
Get the creatives moving, and we're even looking at ways to expand opportunities for those young creatives at SAPAC to pursue their dreams. Once again, from a STEAM perspective, because I think sometimes that's lost. We think performing arts is acting on stage,
Right.
but there's a whole other side of things.
Yeah, that the smart people do that I don't do. Yuki's like, oh.
You play around.
I mean, these are like 2 buttons, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
The Innovators
but
Breakfast is going to be interesting because
Yeah.
he started out in the Army and then transitioned cold. He knew he loved movies, but went to UT and then set about. So he'd had a whole career before he
Yeah.
decided what he would do next. So you
Wow.
do not want to miss how he got into that and what his path has looked like. It's really interesting.
yeah, and something that's really cool about these breakfasts is, not everybody's story is the same.
None of them.
So it doesn't matter age, it doesn't matter. I mean, like you said, a career beforehand and you switch. That's the point of this, is to showcase that.
Yeah, I had a 22-year career in the Army, and I went straight into performing arts cold.
I was about to say, you're another one.
Yeah, the story seems a little familiar, but we're excited to hear exactly what happened with him and how he just, transitioned from Austin to here to have the second Revolution Film
Right.
Festival. It's going to be really cool. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it.
Wow, that sounds phenomenal. Definitely a good story. Good story indeed.
And the weekend before that, I think we have a video lined
Oh
up here.
yes. Are you ready?
So
Are you ready to show them?
Well, no, not yet.
Okay,
We
all right.
have a lead-in,
Okay,
right? So we have
right.
Pat Hazel. He's presenting the Wonder Bread years, and
Yes.
Pat Hazel is this amazing comedic writer. He started off with Seinfeld, writing for that show. He's been on a Tonight Show.
Wow.
He has if you want to learn from a comedy master, right? This is the man to listen and gain his wisdom. And his show is about the Wonder Bread years. So it's a trip back into the nostalgic era of the 70s and 80s. He's only a little bit older than I am, so I think I can relate to the Wonder
So like
Bread years.
18, is that?
Yeah, he's probably 18. No, I'm 27.
Oh, that's right.
He's 30, probably
Okay,
30.
got it.
But it's going to be another great family show. On Saturday, the 24th of September, we have 2 shows, one in the afternoon
Okay.
at 2 and then one in the evening at 7. And we'll have a workshop that Friday for high school and college students. If anybody's interested in learning more about entering the business as a comedian or a writer. And that's another great way. It's kind of like Innovator Center Stage,
Yeah.
where it's like trying to encourage the young people to pursue these careers and just figure out where they want to go
Yeah.
in life, because it's really helpful to learn from the masters.
It really, yeah, and that's an amazing opportunity because you're hearing it, straight from the person. It's not a recording. It's not, they're literally there with you.
And Seinfeld, I mean, come on. That's
Yeah.
a pretty big flex
Yeah,
to walk around with that. Writer for Seinfeld.
for real.
He knows what he's doing.
And,
Been vetted.
and Showtime said he was one of the 5 funniest people in America. So that's a pretty bold
And
statement.
he will be in San Angelo.
Yes.
He will. Please come see him.
That is phenomenal. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at the video, right? And then we're gonna have another special guest for you. But right now, hey, let's watch that video, right?
Missing the days of easy bake ovens and black and white TVs? Pat Hazel's The Wonder Bread Years is bringing a taste of the good old days back to San Angelo on September 24th. Catch the former Seinfeld writer turned one-man show at the Brooks and Bates Theater at 2 or 7 p.m. The Wonder Bread Years delivers a taste of nostalgia through a combination of classic theater and stand-up comedy. Pat Hazel's wildly entertaining show will bring back memories for baby boomers and provide a fun look at the past for younger generations. Get your tickets now for a night back in time with Pat Hazel's The Wonder Bread Years.
We'll talk about a ton of fun.
A
That looks
ton
amazing.
of fun. Almost as much fun as our special guest.
Ta-da! He's here. He's here. Michelle looks a little different. I'm just kidding.
Your voice is lower.
Brett Jenkins, of course. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So, all right, now we're talking about. Well, let's just start at the beginning. For folks who maybe are unfamiliar with who you are and what you do, let us hear.
I'm the artistic director of the Angelo Civic Theatre.
Yes,
Proud to say.
the guy, the man, right
Yeah.
here, the man himself. Well, again, welcome. So, y'all have a special show coming up.
We do. I want to talk about this weekend. I want to
Yeah.
talk about September.
I know.
Because Beauty and the Beast, man, that's coming up. We waited for a long time. They have been rehearsing so hard, but they're so fantastic. It's like they could have opened after the first week. We've got a lot of the talent you haven't seen on the Civic Theater stage
Really?
in a while, and a very nice complement of both ACT, usual talent, and B Theater usual talent. So you're
Okay.
going to see some phenomenal choreography, singing, it's wonderful.
So this is the works. I mean, it's not just, it's everything.
This is our season opener for our 2022-2023 season, so Beauty and the Beast. Everybody's excited for that. We are selling out. I mean, we are selling tickets. Don't wait. And it opens this weekend, and then it runs 3 weekends.
Okay.
So you can get your tickets at angelocivictheatre.org or call 949-4400. The box office's hours are Tuesday through Saturday from noon until 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this the classic Beauty and the Beast?
This
Is
is
there
the
a
guy-
different take on it?
Well, no. This is exactly what you think it is. It's from the Disney. It's a Disney production, you know. So we got it from Disney. So it's exactly what you thought it was when you went to go see the animation.
Okay.
And that's what everybody's wanting to see. And
Right.
It's just so great though to see it live. There's just something about live theater, and I know Yuki can attest to that. You know, seeing something like that, and bringing kids, and we're just so excited. I mean, I can't tell you. It's been a wait. It's been a wait, but it's here.
Yeah, and I mean, so speaking of excitement, you know, this is all volunteer time. It's like describe
Oh, yeah.
that, the
Oh, yeah.
actors, the work they put in.
So yeah, I mean, they do 6 weeks of rehearsals. This particular thing had to rehearse in different venues. Thanks so much to Ballet San Angelo, rent their space for a little time. We had our studio space as well. So these guys have been working hard in different spaces, but they're so talented and so versatile, and they're just as excited today as they were when they first got cast. That's what I love. We had a dress rehearsal last night. It's like they're ready to go. They're ready to go. So.
That is amazing. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the energy and excitement earlier, but you know, from your point of view, I'm sure you know you'll mirror their statements. But what is that like? Just having a crowd that's just all in.
I mean, that's where we are right now. That you've done it to 2 people, the director or the stage managers, 2 people out in the audience, and they still, I can say, amazingly kept that energy up. But they're so excited. There's nothing like the live, and what we anticipate.
Yeah.
Nothing like a live audience, and they're going to have full houses.
And one thing I love about Angelo Civic Theater is the way they transform their stage.
Right.
You know, every time you go, it's a new experience. When they had Clue, it was an amazing show, hands down. Sleepy Hollow. So you know, if you know, I've seen some pics of the Beauty and Beast set.
Oh.
Be prepared to be amazed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's got it where it turns, the cast turns it, and then it opens up into the castle, inside the
my
Beast
goodness.
castle and everything. It's, you know,
And-
he always does a wonderful job.
That's phenomenal.
Right.
Right, and you know, it's another great opportunity if people, you know, we've got large Broadway shows, but we're not present continuously, right? If there's young people out there who are interested in STEAM and what goes into community theater, they need to hit up ACT because
Yeah.
the construction happens over the period of months. So there's a great way to get involved in constructing and seeing something from start to finish, from design, just from a concept
Yeah.
in somebody's head, come to life on stage. I mean, I've seen some pretty cool engineering feats on Facebook that they've shared, and it's like, that's pretty smart. Pretty smart.
And the cool thing about the volunteer aspect of it, and we have a work day every Saturday from noon until 4 o'clock. Anybody can come, and even if you don't feel confident in working, Lance is very patient, and you can do there's a lot of things. This last one had a lot of painting involved with
Yeah.
it, so everybody enjoyed all of that. But I mean, they get more and more confident each and every show. So now we've
Right.
got guys who I've seen since I've been there are designing the sound, who are designing the lights, you know, or working a backstage manager, and they just showed it for a work day.
And costuming.
So, yeah, and costuming.
Oh, yeah.
They just grow, you know, and they just, every time you do a show, it's like the greatest team building project of all. And when you come out of that whole thing, you're just changed.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so. What is that like for you, seeing that change? You know, going from that kid or teen or even adult,
Right.
first time all the way to no, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it never gets old. It never gets old. In fact, I love the people who are their first time.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, to watch that transition. I started at the Angelo Civic Theater in 1982 as a volunteer. Now I'm the artistic director. you know,
Yeah.
So I've had, you know, I've written plays, we've stage managed plays, I've directed plays, and it just keeps feeding you. It just keeps feeding you. You just seem to get enough of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems that everybody is just it's addicting, but in a good way.
Yep,
And
it's a
everybody
good
keeps
way.
coming back.
You'll know now. Every
I
week,
know.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right.
You
So
can come down to the Civic Theater now.
now I'm going to be in every single production ever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's a lot. That's a huge commitment.
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah, it is.
Huge.
Well, okay, so we have that's the thing. We have so much talent here
Yeah.
in San Angelo. So for folks who, you know, are maybe unfamiliar with that, what do you tell them?
So I think, if you have young children,
Yeah.
get them involved in B Theater, San Angelo Broadway Academy. If they love dancing, Ballet San Angelo, Prep Dance, there's a slew of dance academies out there. And some theater groups that allow young people to grow over time in that, in the selected roles, right? But once they start, and then do high school drama with CHS or Lakeview, and then check out ASU's theater program, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. They have a modular theater. It's like one of 3 or 4 in the
Yeah,
world.
in the world, yes. Mhm.
And get involved and find those opportunities. I think ACT just had auditions for Jekyll and Hyde, their next performance coming up in October. So there's always opportunities, and we're always looking for volunteers. So it's really tailored based on your time. I would say don't overcommit right away, because you'll find yourself overwhelmed.
Because it does take a lot of work.
It does, and you can easily do it, because no sooner have we opened this show, as he's already said, we've auditioned the next show.
Yeah.
So it's like we're doing one big long show, and it takes a lot of commitment and time. Our normal rehearsal period is probably about 6 weeks. And it'll be a Monday through Friday for 6 weeks, and then we have the work day on Saturday and things like that. But it will. These kids today will get involved with a bunch of other things and do the show.
Yeah.
I had one woman who was finishing college while she was finishing the costumes for Spamalot while she was in 12th night.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how you do
That's a
all
lot.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a commitment of time. It's a commitment of time, but one that you come out of it and think, wow, what did I do before I did
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're hooked to every.
Well, because the people in the community are really wonderful people.
Yeah.
And then that becomes the extension of your family, right? Your friends and family. And you get to a point where you enjoy spending time on the weekends, and it doesn't feel like work, because these are people that are positive, they're interested in what they're doing, they're passionate about being creatives.
Yeah.
And so it's a great, energizing experience. And I tell people all the time that San Angelo's at this wonderful place where there's tremendous energy right now in the performing arts. And if you have kids, like I mentioned before, there's classes at Saba. B Theater has some classes coming up for young people. So it's just, now is the time to get involved if you want to get involved, because we're always looking for new faces, and it's a welcoming environment. And people understand if you're overcommitted and you have other things going on. We get it, because that's a reflection of our life. We're really committed to what we've got going on, and we're trying to do our best to serve everybody as much as possible.
Most definitely.
Right.
Kind of like you guys in the news, because you guys are like 24/7. You got that news cycle going on. You got to be on it.
Yeah. But we love it, and like y'all, we're passionate about it, so
Yeah.
we do it. Well, awesome. Guys, thank you so much. We could talk forever, folks, I'm sure, about all the wonderful things, but do y'all have any final thoughts or messages that you want to get out there, you want to share?
Just want to reiterate that if you want to get tickets to Beauty and the Beast, you probably ought to do that right now.
Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now. And Jockey Jekyll and Mr. Hyde will come up in October, and then we'll have White Christmas, and then we'll have Moon Over Buffalo, Murder on the Orient Express, and then The Play That Goes Wrong. So check out our website.
That one just sounds fun.
That one.
That's going to be fun. Okay. That's going to be fun. Call 949-4400 to get those tickets.
Awesome. Yuki?
I just say stay informed, San Angelo. There's a ton of things going on. Go to the Angelo Civic Theatre website, the B Theater website, San Angelo Broadway Academy. But most of all, check out SanAngeloPAC.org for all the latest and greatest coming up in the Murphy Performance Hall and the Stevens Performing Arts Center. Because, if you are lacking something to do, we've got the things for you.
These are the two guys to go to. They'll find something.
Yeah. And now is the time to get involved.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, get involved, folks. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching. And Sally, that's all the time we have for right now, but we'll see you next time on Theater Talk at 3 o'clock. Have a great day.